get rocking. We have 60 minutes to complete this workout. We will have plenty of time, but let's get rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
We're in Hypertrophy week.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew that or not, but we are in Hypertrophy week. Fun little concept for you. But you know the deal, of course, we had to start off in some mobility stuff. So let's get into a bear crawl position here. And we're gonna do a transverse bridge. Key component, square those hips up. Bottom hand, press into the floor, activate those shoulders and lats. You're gonna be using them later, and the glutes. And then come back around, bear crawl position, switch sides. We're just gonna take our time and kind of mobilize through this for a good 2 minutes. So take your time when you're in that bridge position. Really open up the chest, press that hand into the floor. Make sure you feel it in your glutes. If not, you're not really getting as much out of the exercise as you could. Yeah. And you're about to do some work. Warm up this week. 15 minutes AMRAP. So as many rounds as possible. It's just basically 15 minutes of work. Don't look at it as a race. You know, you're at least gonna get 4 rounds in, right? So that's at minimal, I believe, 4 to 5 even. But it's not a race, just keep that in mind. Your first exercise is going to be options for you guys. It's a deadlift with some variation. Barbell or dumbbell, you know the deal with that. Shoulder blades rotated back, folding over at your waist. You're doing a nice, good hinge position, keeping that upper back engaged, right? Just gonna give a profile view. Sorry for my butt in your face, Felicia, for the camera here, right? Folding over at your waist, and you're coming up, right? Now, here's the kicker. For that first exercise in our warm-up, which is gonna be your deadlift, you're doing a 10-second hold, and then you're gonna do a rep. 10-second hold, rep. So the idea is to get your forearms engaged, keep the upper back engaged, keep a slight bend on your knees, actively holding those shoulders engaged. Okay, you don't want to let them drop, you're pulling them back and you're active. Doing 6 reps, 1 rep every 10 seconds. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. You can progressively overload that. I mean, you can also use the barbell. I had that there, but I didn't use it. Next up, butterfly sit-up. If you have a medicine ball, awesome. You guys, of course, here have plenty of medicine balls, but the idea is to keep a butterfly position with the feet together, knees out. Use this ball. You want to get your lats engaged, plus your core. So you want to kind of almost throw the ball with bent elbows. So you're using this motion, lats are engaged, core is engaged. Oh, all here is going to get fired up. And you're doing 12 of those. Then next up, a weighted glute bridge. You've learned that this is probably going to be the easiest way to do that, using a dumbbell in the crease of your hip. So find a nice comfortable spot here. You can actually press into the dumbbell to take it off your hip bone and put it more onto your quad. And then from here, squeeze it all the way up, making sure you feel it in your glutes, just like we did on the transverse bridge. Back down. Notice how I'm pushing it away, because if not, it just sits right in the center of my hip bone, which is not comfortable. So this puts it on my quad, it's more comfortable, and I can get full range of motion with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Doing 15 of those, and that's your warm-up. All right, here we go. Work period, Russian twist. Well, let me explain the concept first, for those of you who have not been here this week. So 4 exercises, we're doing 5 sets total, 5 rounds. So with those 4 exercises, you're gonna run right through them in order, that's on the board, and you have 4.5 minutes to complete the first round. So it's probably gonna leave you with about maybe a 1.5 minute rest, approximately. And then next round, you have 4 minutes to complete it. Next time you have 3.5 minutes to complete it, and then we're gonna do 2 3-minute rounds. So 3-minute block worth of time you have to complete those 4 exercises. Does that make sense? You sure? Okay, cool. So the first one, Russian twist. You don't have to use the ball. I'm just here for demonstrations. I will show you with or without the ball, but a Russian twist is really just using your torso and rotating without moving your hips. Okay, this is it, really, literally. I actually put my hands up. It helps me keep my chest up, and I'm rotating 10 and 2. Now you want to intensify it, you can bring your feet up off the ground, still keeping that back flat here, or if you're really feeling froggy, keep your heels flat, keep the chest up, and you can just do 10 and 2 with some weight. Again, but if those hips are moving, you're not getting as much benefit out of the exercise as you could. So try to keep those hips straight, back flat, and just micro movements on the Russian twist, doing 10 each. Okay, next up, be here, stepping on that band, doing an overhead tricep extension. Okay, trying to keep your elbows close to your head, keep your shoulders down, head is neutral, try not to press your head forward. You see that profile, trying to push your head forward, try to keep it upright, and you're simply extending the elbow upward. Okay, you don't want to all the way lock out, you want to keep tension on the triceps and get that good stretch at the bottom. Core is nice and tight. Okay, one option. This is an at-home option. That's what you're going to be using for a band. Step ups. But here's how you're going to do them. Folks at home, if you do have a box, you're going to do step ups. If not, I will show you a complementary exercise. But here's how it's going down. Step ups 12 each, but there's a catch. I don't want you to come all the way up to full extension. So all the way up to full extension would be here, standing completely on the box. Let's keep tension on the quads. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. We're going to call it a little bounce, or like a double pump, so to speak. Not a double pump, let's call it a bounce. So you're bouncing up, right back down. So you're halfway up, you're getting that hold position, right back down. Okay, trying to keep your knee above your ankle, trying to keep this straight and eliminate the wobble back and forth. Think about driving through the center of your foot. Make sure your toes get active, make sure the top of your foot gets active. Okay, so I would do one side at a time, all your reps, and then switch. My suggestion is use your non-dominant side first, so you'll have energy when you do your dominant side. Guys at home, if you don't have a box to do step-ups, you can do a split squat. I'm just going to do basically the same thing. Split squat stance here. Okay, but you're going to stay in that mid-range. You're not going to come all the way up. Okay, so if this is, let me do one rep first. If this is a split squat lunge or split squat, then you want to stay in that mid-range. So you're going all the way down, half up, all the way down, half up. So basically mini reps. Keeping tension on the quad, always making sure your posture is checked out so your shoulders are back. And then you can switch sides. Still continue to do your non-dominant side first. But you're not coming all the way up into full extension. And all that tension staying right in your quads. And your next exercise is going to be a squat crawl out. So low squat position here, and you're crawling all the way out to a high plank, crawling right back into that low squat position. You want to intensify it. Grab some weights here. You're gonna have to take your time with it. It's gonna be more time consuming, but you're giving yourself a little bit more intensity. There you go. All right, finish your time. Tabata times 2. What's a Tabata?
Double the work.
Yep, double the work. Compared to rest, how much specific?
20.
Yeah, exactly. 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. Okay, so we're going to do 2 exercises, complete one, and then go to the next. Now, what's an official Tabata? 20 times 20-10, how many rounds? Oh, Kim's doing her homework.
This week.
Ah, I love it. All right.
I've been here this whole year.
I still don't know. All right, good stuff. But side plank is our first exercise. Key component, making sure that shoulder is above the elbow. Here, okay, a couple different ways you can do it. You can here, leg is wrapped around, acting like a kickstand a little bit. Your job is to press your elbow in and make sure your lats stay active and your shoulder stays active. This is one way to do it. Nice proud chest here with the leg. Number 2 would be another option. Here. Number 3 would be here. If you want to try that as a challenge. Okay, but key ingredient is make sure that shoulder stays active. That's your side plank. Obviously, we're going to do flip-flop. So you're going to do basically 4 rounds each side. The next exercise is a squat, catch. So almost like a wall ball, except there's no wall. You're just throwing it straight up, catching it into the squat, and going right back up. That's going to be your second spot. Guys at home, if you don't have a medicine ball, you can do a ground to overhead. Here, tap, up. Just a supplement if you don't have a medicine ball.